Duelist. Duelist. It appears that May 17th is the end of Yu-Gi-Oh as we know it. May 17th is the release of what appears to be the biggest set since whatever set. And the set that I'm talking about that's coming out on May 17th is Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy. Now, we all heard what's coming out. There's gonna be the big dragons. There's gonna be Harpy support. There's gonna be freaking Fire Fist stuff. Mecha Phantom Beast, Dragosack, all that good stuff. But now, see, before that was okay. But now, they announced a new card, 4 new cards to be released in Tachyon Galaxy. And those 4 cards are the 4 baby dragons. That's right. The 4 baby elemental dragons are being released in Lord of Tachyon Galaxy. Which is fine and dandy, you know, but I hope Konami can accept that hundreds of players are about to drop out this game because of this. Nobody wants to be in a format when only 2 decks are the only ones being played. Now, I know it was like this before. I know March 2012 was like Wind Up Hand Loop, Injectors. Maybe not Injectors, I think that's when they got hit. No. Injectors, Wind Up Hand Loop, Dino Rabbit, Chaos Dragons. But that's not the same. And as you can see, Mermails, they're topping and being played everywhere in the TCG. There'll be like, and it's just an example, there'll be like 30 Mermail players, there'll be like 20 Mermail players in the top 32 of an event, and only like 4 or 6 Fire Fist, like 5 Prophecy, and 3 other decks. But now that these dragons are coming out, we're only going to see 2 decks. The Dragon deck and the Prophecy deck. Especially since a Prophecy, the spellbooks are getting a new spellbook. And no, I'm not just talking about Spellbook Judgment Day. I'm talking about Spellbook something about miracles. Spellbook of Miracles, that's right. Now this spellbook card is just stupid. Target 1 spellcaster exceed monster in your graveyard and up to 2 of your banished spellbook spell cards. Special summon that monster, and if you do, attach the selected spellbook spell cards to it as exceed material. You can only activate this once per turn. That means spellbook players can bring back their big eye that was sent to the grave if they exceed summon, but they probably will now. That means spellbooks, even if their exceed monsters are in the graveyard, they're not dead. They'll come back, and it doesn't even have to be via Spellbook of Life or Monster Reborn. This card is a Monster Reborn. It's like Heraldic Reborn for the Heraldic cards. That's what this Spellbook of Miracles is like. But I'm not even worried about that. I'm worried about the dragons that I just mentioned earlier. That's right. Reacton, Stream, Burner, Lightning, they're coming out. And once they drop, it's the end of the game as we know it. I'm sorry to say it, but you're either dragons or not. That's what it's coming down to. If you're not dragons, you're prophecies. If you're not prophecy, you're dragons. If you're neither, you lose. That's what this game is coming down to. And that's the driving point. That's what's going to drive every other duelist over the edge. Some of us is going to be lucky and get all these dragons and assemble the dragon deck. Some of us is already lucky and have the prophecy deck and just waiting for Judgment Day and Miracles to come out. But then there's others who have no spellbook cards, who have no interest in dragons, who doesn't even have the money to buy these cards. Those are the people that Konami is leaving behind. And now, once May 17th comes, you either get left behind in the dirt, or you select and defend one of the two most broken decks to ever be released. Some of us have already accepted this, and some of us have already dropped out of the game. Now, weeks ago, I pre-ordered Lord of Tachyon Galaxy, and not just one. I got a few, but what I'm gonna say is, depending on my pulls, I'm not sure if I'll stay in this game. I'm not interested in the Spellbook deck since I lost my priestesses. I'm not even interested in the dragons. I don't like dragons, but if I get these dragons out of these Lord of Tachyon Galaxy boxes, I will run dragons. I'll run Incarnate Curry dragons. Karkuri and Incarnate dragons. Because I love Karkuris. I'm a machine guy. And I'm going to fill out my unelegant. Just run dragons. So, yeah. So, as of May 17th, I will officially, depending on my pulls, when I get the boxes, I will leave this game. And I know everybody says this and they're not serious sometimes. I am serious, and I'm not leaving until September. I'll be gone until March, because these dragons are most likely not getting hit on the September ban list. See, what's going to happen is the prophecies, they're innocent. The dragons are the ones acting all bad and acting out of control. Konami's going to walk in, and when they walk in, they're going to see that the prophecies are out of control, but they're not. The prophecies are innocent. The dragons are putting the blame on the prophecies, and Konami is going to give the prophecy deck a tap on the wrist while the dragons roam free. And in March, there'll be severe punishment for the dragon deck, and that's when I'll come back. But that depends, as I said, on my Lord of Tachyon Galaxy pulls. So, which side are you on? Are you going to fly the skies with the mighty dragons? Are you going to cast spells from your books with the spellbook monsters? Or are you going to be like the other people who decide or just can't do it? Who just can't stand this? Are you going to get left behind in the dust by Konami? Or are you going to try to fight these two top superior mighty decks with a deck of your own? Just because these dragons in prophecy comes out, just because they come out doesn't mean you can't run your Mermail deck or your Firefist deck or your Mach the Gadget deck or your Gears your Karkuri deck. It doesn't mean that you can't do it. Just know that you're in for a fight. You're in for a fight. I don't think I want to be in this fight. So I guess my choice, if I'm not dragons, I'm out. I'm cashing out until March. So, in the comment section, leave a comment saying what your plans are once Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy is released with these elemental dragons. Big ones and small ones. Are you going to run the incarnate dragons? And if you do, which variant? Are you going to run the prophecy deck? Are you going to run your deck that you currently run now? Are you going to run a deck that was never seen before? Are you going to be eel swarms? Are you going to be gadgets? What are your plans? Will you drop out of the game? Will you stay in the game but not play competitively? Will you watch the game? Will you buy Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy? Will you buy cases of Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy to sell the cards in it? What are your plans once May 17th, the end of Yu-Gi-Oh as we know it, comes around? 14 days and counting. 14 days. I'm J Flash XCPW. See you next time.